Hello, welcome to part 2 of the EVE Online introduction. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap. What have we got here? So, yesterday we were running some skills, and as I said, the skills will run for 24 hours. You add them to your skill queue, anything that can start within 24 hours. And then they will continue to run. So we had about 36 hours worth of skills in the queue, and we now have one. And if we look down here in the bottom right, we have a notification feed, and we can see in there that we've completed skill small energy turrets, trajectory analysis, surgical strike, small energy turrets level 2, and surgical strike level 1. So we did level 1 there, and we did 2 there. So we completed, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skills overnight, pretty much while I was in bed, and I trust most of you were, if you're in the UK or Europe. So we have back to the agents and the missions, and we're down to career agents, and we are going to talk to our first one, which is a business career path. So we'll start this conversation, and he wants me to deliver some data sheets. Delivery missions are one of those ones where you will always at some point make a mistake, and basically the items will be delivered to your inventory in the station and you will forget to put them into your ship. You will then go and jump 5 times across 5 different systems, or however many it is, and get there only to find that you've completely forgot to put the items in you need. Everybody does it. So just one thing, heads up, make sure you put your delivery items into your ship cargo before you leave the station. So we need to, we're in the pickup location. Drop off location is this second one down. What we can do is we can right click on that and then set destination, and we will see that it's next door, so it's only one jump away. And then the cargo is 1 data sheet. Now basically, if we complete this, we'll get 250,000 disc, plus a bonus of 223,000 if we are able to do it within 6 hours. I'm hoping we can do it within 10 minutes. So we'll accept that, and then we can close this down. There we go. So if we look in our item hanger, we'll see the data sheets down here. Drag those into your ship hanger up here. Okay, now we've got our summary down here, and of course our journal. Click on our journal, we can see the mission here. Right click on that, read details, and you will see your destination. So if you forget where you're going, you'll see where you're supposed to be going here, and again you can right click, and as I already set destination, it won't come up, but if you forget to do it, you can pull it up there. Set it. So we're going to undock. Then in your overview on the right hand side, you're going to see the highlighted Stargate, which is in yellow. So we're going to click on that, and then on jump, or shortcut key for that is D. So we'll just press D and then jump out to that particular system. Now on the right hand side here we have various things which are going on. Most of these are the kill one NPC, gives you a bonus of 2,500 skill points. This is some a unit currency in game that you can spend to increase your skill training time. Now this is a CCP run bonus thing that they run quite frequently from time to time. And all you've got to do is just kill one NPC, be it a pirate or something like that. Perfectly fine. So now that we're in the right system, you'll see on our objective over here we've got dock. So we can dock, and then we've got more down here. So we've got gold ranks. If you click on those, it'll tell you about your encounters. These are kind of more advanced missions. You can ignore those initially. You'll be wanting to pick those up later on as they do give nice bonuses. So we are going to dock. So when we dock, we'll drop the data sheets into the item hacker. Start the conversation. You'll see all three boxes now are ticked up here, and just click complete mission. Fantastic. Increase your standings. Standings are what helps to increase your agent level so you can get better missions later on. So what we can do then is request a new mission, and he wants us to right, so we need to go back here in on a band. So we're going to set the destination there. Wants us to go over there so that we can sort out the mission. So a lot of this delivery and drop off is literally just like a courier. Contracts, you're just running from one place to another with an item. And in some cases, you'll need to go and collect an item. In other cases, go and find a particular thing where you'll be given the item. This is something as well that actually works in game. Players will actually pay other players to transport goods. But there's also a way that gets scammed so that you can people will be waiting for you and potentially blow you up. So it's something to keep an eye on, watch out for. But experienced players do quite well, make a lot of money doing those kind of contracts. So let's need to dock here. So again, highlighted station, set dock. We are on 2 of 10. Hoping we can get the 10 done tonight. Okay. Station. So if we click on our journal, right. So transport ship carrying sensitive cargo has been destroyed. Giving you a civilian salvage module, so you can go use it on the ship's wreckage and extract anything from it. When you've got the black box, return. Okay, so I needed to accept that. So I shall need to go back to my agency. Where am I? Agents and missions, career agents. Start conversation. Accept the mission. So what we need to do now is in our item hanger we will have a civilian salvager. Now this goes into a high slot which has a three-pronged icon on there, so we need to open our ship fitting. We're going to need to take out one of the guns, which we'll place into the item hanger. That will ask if you, because we've grouped the items, it will ask if you want, you can say that you're going to clear the module group, which yes, you don't have an option for. Then we're going to drop the civilian miner in there. We'll just drop the ammo back in, just make sure that that says, got the 4 dots on there to say that it's fully loaded. Okay, so salvaging, like shooting, basically you have to lock the target, you have to be within a certain range, approximately 5,000 kilometers if I remember correctly. Walk to location. Again, your agent missions steps are down on the left hand side there. So you're basically going to go to the location, get the item, get the shipwreck, target it, start the salvager running. That will salvage the item and get the remains from it. This is again another lucrative thing, and some people will just follow other players with their permission so that they can jump in and salvage after they've done a mission or an encounter. Okay, so this is what's called a warp gate. This is where you get multi-stage missions, so you have effectively rooms in the mission. This is the entry to the first room, and all you do, it's like a normal jump gate, so we get into range of it, we click on the gate, then we get the menu to activate. Top one there, so we click on that, and then you'll see we'll effectively traverse along the length of there and warp into the next room. In here we can see that we have a pirate, so we are going to target that. Again, control and click in the overview and click there, orbit, and we are going to start attacking. And then as it happens, just in front of us we also have the target for the civilian transport ship, which we need to salvage. So we're going to target that as well. So what we'll do is we'll click on there and approach it. Oops. Zoomed in when I meant to zoom out. Okay, so we'll turn off the app. So now that we've got it targeted and within range, we are going to salvage. So we'll click on the salvager. As you can see, there's a little bit of animation going on for that. That'll keep cycling until it actually completes its job. Now, certain times it will fail, but that you can increase your skill in salvaging and you can get better salvaging modules to make it easier. And there's certain ships that have a bonus to salvaging and can make it a lot easier. So there we go. We've just salvaged the ship. Now, what we have here is a cargo pod. In the cargo pod, we have a black box. So drop that into our inventory, and we should have a wreck for the ship we've just killed. So what we're going to do is going to approach there, and at the same time we're going to target that, and we're going to be cheeky, and we're actually going to salvage that as well. Might as well get some practice in while we're out here. So we are going to, within 5,000 meters, we're going to start our salvager. What you can do is you can open up the cargo, take out the metal scraps, and then when you salvage, you'll just get the items straight into your inventory. So, and now that we have the black box, which is our target item, we can click dock and walk back to the station so we can hand this in. Okay, so now we get the agent mission update down here. Start conversation and checking the ticks. Complete mission. And you'll see that that item has gone from our cargo. We can drag and drop things onto each other to stack them. So we'll drag the those metal scraps into here. Okay, so request mission 1. Industrial processes such as mining ore and reprocessing it to. So he's going to give us a new ship, which is called a Venture, which is a mining ship. Fit it with a mining laser and a turret weapon. Former for the asteroids, the latter for any pirates. And head out to a certain area and mine some ore. Lovely, we'll accept that. So we've now been given a civilian miner. And what we can do is close that window there. And if we look in our ship hangar, we have a Venture, new ship. If we double click on that, it will activate it. Then if we right click on that, we have a make active option. If we click make active, that will become our active ship, and as you can see, it's a little industrial looking ship there. Got some nice animations on it. So what we need to do is go into our fitting window, and you'll see this has 3 turret slots in the high slots, 2 turrets in there, and then one for you can put a salvager in there if you wish to. You've got 3 mid slots, 1 low slot, and then you've got 3 rig slots, which are here. Now, what we need to do is go to our item hangar. Now, we have the previous laser that we took out of the old ship. We're going to put that in there with the ammo. Then we have the civilian miner, which we're going to drop in as well. So that's all good. So we're now ready. Let's undock. Now you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to get at least 1 pirate, because they told us to fit a gun just in case any pirates showed up. Chances are you're going to get one. So let's walk to location. This did used to be a little bit harder because you had to keep going back to the mission, but a lot easier now. They've added this guide on the left hand side for you to follow. So mining, same as salvaging, same as shooting. Target the rock that you're going to mine and start the mining laser to start mining chunks off that rock. So we have the asteroid that they've told us to come and mine in our overview. We're going to control click on that to mine it, and we can see there. Right, so what we're going to do is actually going to orbit that. Orbiting things like rocks and so on, if pirates do come in, you tend to get what's called an orbital velocity, which avoids some damage coming at you if you do get attacked. So while that's targeted, we're going to activate the mining laser. And then you'll see down here, because this is a dedicated mining ship, we have an ore hold and we have an inventory. So click on the ship to get your inventory. You have a drone bay. You can put mining drones, defense drones in there. We'll see drones later on. And then we have our ore hold. Now, our ore hold can hold 5,000 meters cubed. Oh, there's our little pirate guy. We knew he was coming. Should have baked him a cake. Instead, we're just going to shoot him. So, okay, level update. Okay, I don't know how much ore we need. What did the mission say? So, mission says we need to mine and refine 333 units of titanium. Now, if we look at Feldspar, which is what we've got here, right click on it, we can click show info. Now, Feldspar is a rock. It contains 100% titanium. When you reprocess it, you'll get 400 units. Now, all minerals are reprocessed in chunks of 100. So if we have, as we do here, 1,728. If we refine that, we will refine 17 units with 28 left over. Those 17 units will then gain us 17 times 400 units of titanium. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to disable the civilian miner. Just there, and we have 2092. So what we're going to do is head back to the station. Not sure where to go. Going to click on the double click on the mission, or right click and read the mission. You can see the drop off location. We're just going to set the dock to there. So that will warp us back to the station. Until you get to very high level, and certainly into null security areas, you won't be refining ore on your ship. You will only be refining it in stations that have the ability to refine ore. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our ore hold. We're going to drag this item into our item hanger, and then we're going to right click on it, and you'll see we've got an option to reprocess. Reprocess is a refining action. What you'll see there is we've got 2,000 and we'll receive, because we've got low skills, so we get 50%. The rocks have 400 in each one. Our skills give us a base yield of 50%. We get very little in the way of bonus at the moment, but they can be increased. So what we're going to do is we're going to reprocess here. It's going to cost us 942 ISK to do so. So that then gives us 4,000 titanium. We've just dragged that into our cargo hold because it says that we need it in our cargo hold. And then we're going to complete the mission. Job done. So be sure, if you can't work out why you can't complete the mission, just read the description again. There it said you need it in your cargo hold, so that's your ship's cargo hold. So go on to the next mission. We have black box you received indicates blood raiders have built the surveillance facility. You need to take out the outpost and any vessels defending it. Once the area is clear, use the data analyzer to hack the data storage device. Okay, now this one is a little bit more in depth. So what we're going to do is go back to our other ship, just double click on it and that will activate it or make it active. So we're going to accept the mission. Close that, you see the ships come up here. If we go into the item hanger, you'll see we've got a civilian data analyzer. And we have a new skill, reprocessing skill. So what we're going to do is going to inject that skill. Now that will, you see it, when we go into our skills here, we'll see the that will be in where am I? Resource processing over here. And if we scroll down, again in alphabetical order, you'll see we've got the reprocessing skill here. Then we can drop that in down here and just get that queued up. So, and while we're here, we'll do mining upgrades because we will do quite a bit of mining. Oh, I don't have it, of course. Small grey boxes, so we'll just drop mining in. So because we've got it all in, starting within 24 hours, we actually have a queue that runs for over 2 days. 2 days, 14 hours, as it says at the bottom. Now, because we killed an NPC, one of the pirates, we have this 2,500 unallocated skill points. Now, we can add that to these skills and basically pay for part of that training time. We'll have a look at that another time. I'm just going to keep saving those because over the next few days we'll start building that up. So we've now got a training queue running and we need to undock. Oh no, we need to do the, don't get distracted when you're doing these. I'm terrible for this. So we need to do the data analyzer. Pop that into the mid slot. See, when you looked at the item, it had the 2 dots on it. We'll drop that back out. So it's got 2 dots to indicate it goes into a mid slot. You can right click on it and show info. And you can see the fitting goes medium power, requires a medium power slot, which is here. So what we're going to do is drop that in there. And then we are going to dock. And walk to location. You'll see the civilian data analyzer is down here on the midpoint area where the afterburner is. We've got another jump gate. So acceleration gate. Here we go. We're just within 2,500 meters. Okay, activate the gate. That'll just jump us into the first room or the room for this mission. And if we have a look at our targets here, we can see we've got a data storage device and we've got one Blood Raider rookie down here. So we're going to target the Blood Raider and we're going to target the data storage device. We're going to approach the data storage device because that's what we want to hack. Now, the Blood Raider will end up being coming into range so we can kill him as we're approaching the data storage device. Again, the range on this is 5,000 meters, same as the salvaging tool. We could turn on the afterburner, but it's only 12,000 kilometers away. So I'm just going to make sure that our Blood Raider is highlighted there and start shooting him. Okay, so he's been dispatched. Quite nice. And you see you get credits for killing those. Those are bounties provided by the game. So you just keep getting some extra credits while you're doing that. Now then, we have the data storage device highlighted here. We're going to click the Civilian Data Analyzer. Now this is a bit of a logic problem, a bit like mines on Windows, if anybody's old enough to remember that. We have a starting point. When we click on a circle, it gives us some indication. There's a number that flashes up. You don't get to see it again, so you have to watch for it. Now that number gives you an indication of where an item is, whether it's beneficial or bad for you, the number of steps away. So that said it was 4. Now I've got 2 different directions I can go here. So it's a branching system. So if I click on this one, it tells me it's still 4 units away. Each one of these nodes is part of the distance. If I click on this, it tells me it's 3. So 1, 2, 3. So it's either going to be that one, or that one, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4 away from there. So I think it's going to be there. So if I click on that, I notice it's going to be 2 away. If I click on that, it's still telling me it's 4 away, so it might be up here. So we click on there and we know now that it's 1 away. So I'm going to try that one there. Now, this one is a defensive subsystem. This is going to try and stop you from getting to the object that you're looking for. Now, you'll see that these nodes have now been disabled. So you have over here the coherence of the virus, which is basically your ability to take damage. This is the strength of the virus. As you click on one of these, you will see these change. So the higher the value on these, the more damage they will do to you. But you can get tools that go into these slots down here that will benefit you in negating damage, that kind of. So because I don't need to click on that, I'm not going to. I'm going to click over here. Now that's telling me it's one location, so there's a very good chance it's over here. Because it said it was 1, I'm going to check there. So we know it's definitely in that location there, as I thought it would be. So now we need to kill this, so we're going to click on it once. See that value with 20 went down by 10. And this here went down, took a bit of a chunk out of it. So if we click on it again, we can see that now gets killed, goes to 1, and that's our goal. Now we click on that, once that goes down, and again, and we have now hacked the system correctly, which means that we can now open the cargo for that. And we can see the cargo there has got an encoded data chip and a data core. So we're going to select those 2 and drop them into our cargo. So that's our item. Now there are whole guides on doing these they get much more complex. You can one of the missions we're going to do later on is scanning down an anomaly, an area in space. If you remember when we brought up the system map, which was down here under the scanners. If we look at the solar system map, we have these red anomalies which are unidentified. Well, we can use probes to scan those, find out what they are. If you get, for example, a data site or another site, you can go and literally scan multiple ones of those and get quite really expensive loot from there, sometimes in tens of millions of ISK, so well worth having a look. Again, some specialist ships which are designed to aid in scanning anomalies. So that's I think the fifth of the missions. So we've got, or this is the fifth mission. The numbering is a bit weird. Okay, so next mission. Blood Raiders have heavily encoded all of their tactical information. Best hope is decrypt. Decryption is a friend of mine. I want you to safely ferry it over. Be happy to offer you an overdrive injector for the journey. Okay, so we have, when we accept this override injector system, one of our bonuses is an expanded cargo hold, which will go into the low slot and be very useful for either the mining rig or for the ship. And we'll fit it in here at the moment. I'll show you what that is. Let me accept the mission. Okay. So my cargo capacity in here is 115 meters cubed. If we go to the fitting tool and the item hanger, we'll see that this goes into the low slot, which is down here. So we're going to drop that in there. So that's going to just mouse over, go up the list. We can see here attributes. Now this is going to increase our velocity in system and in warp to by 10.5%. So, which is nice. So we need the encoded data chip in our cargo, which we're going to do now. We're going to drop the data core into our item hanger. Okay, so the only item we need will undock. This is a simple drop-off mission. So, set destination. Gives you the mission, the item there is where you're going. Destination set. Just drop down here. You can see that this is actually now 1, 2, 3, 6 jumps away. It tells you there. So now what we're going to do is going to go back to our navigation, highlight the area and just click jump. This will warp you directly to the gate and jump you within a few seconds. The next one, I'll show you the autopilot way of doing it, which will warp you to within 12 or so kilometers from the gate, and you'll have to then what we call slow boat or just trickle away to get there. So here we arrive and we warp almost straight away. So what I'm going to do now, because we've got the route here, it's 5 jumps, I'm going to click on the autopilot. Now the autopilot is just going to jump us back over to the next area here. Now if we bring up the map, solar system, what you'll see there is you'll see this dotted flashing route is your where you're going. So you are here and you are going down here. So let's just close that down. And you'll see that we are now on approach. We are 10 kilometers away from the gate. So whereas if doing it manually, you jump straight in, and then within a few seconds, you're immediately walking into the next sector. Doing it this way, you go very slowly to you get to within 2.5 kilometers, and then it will jump you into the next sector. So autopilot jumping. Now, if you've got expensive cargo, you would not run autopilot. You would jump manually. So I'm going to disable autopilot. Jump manually because it's significantly quicker. Oh, no, that's an ship. Oh, that's very expensive. Okay, so now when you enter a system, you'll remain cloaked until you jump, go to warp. Now, that's a nice bit of security for you in terms of you can't be targeted by bad people whilst you're cloaked. But the moment you start to warp, you start to decloak, you can then be targeted. Okay, there we go. Right onto the front gate, and change the jump animation. Really nice. Okay, one more jump to do. You'll see as you enter each section, your current route is automatically highlighted as you jump through. So you can literally just keep clicking the jump button as soon as you land in that area. Now when we jump through here, the jump option will change to a dock option, because it's a station in the area that we have. They walk to location, and you can see we've got a dock option here. Now this is one of those missions where you don't want to get it, because then you have to jump back 6 jumps, to jump back again 6 jumps, to then go back again to talk to your original agent. turns a 10-minute mission into a 40-minute mission, which is not pleasant. Okay, so we're going to start conversation. There we go. And we're going to complete the mission. We've got all 3 ticks. Everything good. So, please drop by. So I've got to go back here. So I'm going to set destination. And we are going to undock. And we're going to click on the first location there. And we're just going to jump. These basic ships that we have are we have certain initial skills. When we get to wanting to fly different ships, to have different abilities, to do certain missions or to do certain tasks like mining and combat and things like that. This is a very basic ship, frigate class, I believe. If we look here, we have ship tree gone. Right, so if we go to the near icon and we go to ship, you'll see the ship tree icon here. So if you drop down, drop that on the top left hand side, click on there. What you'll see is an overview of all of the ships that are in game, from the Titans, which are massive, to the Corvettes, that's what we're in. Then we can go up to frigates and destroyers, cruisers. And here we've got the shuttles. If we go to, these are the different classes, breeds that you've got. So you've got Amar, Caldari, Galente, and Minmatar. Then you've got pirate breeds, so Garistas, Sancha, Blood Raiders, Angel Cartel. And then you've got the Mordu, Triglavian. And then you've got the Serpentis as well. Sisters of Eve are not so much a pirate one as a helpful one. They do some ships which are really good for scanning. So you've got the Astero, you've got the Stratios, and then you've got the Nestor. You've got Ore, which does mining ships. So you're starting off with Venture, which we've got. Then you've got mining barges, so Jura, Coveter, and Retriever, all of which have different abilities. Then we've got the what class as Tech 2, so it's got an orange decal with a 2 in there. We've got the Prospect, the Endurance, and then we've got the Exhumers, which are bigger, more capable miners. So we've got the Hulk, Skiff, and Mackinaw. And then down here we've got the Industrial Command ship. So we've got the Noctis, which is a salvaging barge. It's very, very good at salvaging. We've got the Porpoise, which is a mining support ship. The Orca, which is a big mining support ship. And the Rorqual, which is the only ship in the game which can condense, can reprocess ore whilst you're out in space. And then we've got the freighter, which is the bowhead. So we are over here at the moment. So we'll just close down the ship tree and jump through to the next system. Now, while we're looking at things like that, we can run the autopilot and it gets us through. But there are plenty of things. If you click on the 3 dots up here, look, like the E thing, you can see we've got the map, the journal. Project Discovery is a research project that adds an AI aspect and is used externally to do data mining, not mining for Bitcoin or anything rubbish like that, but data mining used in like genome research and that kind of thing, which is really beneficial. Proving Grounds, which I think is a PvP thing. Not sure about the counter surveillance system. Right, that's a place where you can go and get free ISK from certain systems that are put up into player-owned systems. Got our industry tab, planetary industry, and mining ledger, which gives you details of what you actually been mining. Inventory, personal assets, and inventory, which are here. Your character sheet, people and places, and your activity tracker, which are all done through here. Ship, fitting, ship tree, and fitting management. So you can save a layout, a fit for a ship, and come back to it at other points. So if you have a particularly good ship for doing, say, level 4 missions, and you want to save that, you'd save that in there, and then what you can do is you can always pull it back up should you lose a ship, and you can then know exactly what you want to put into your new ship. And what we got? So we've done ship, we've got social, so we've got chat channels, we've got fleet. When you join other players together, you will join as a fleet. And again, fleet skills, you can have up to 250 players in a single fleet. You have your mail, which is up there. Corporation, if you join one, calendar where you can set tasks, and then access lists. So those are things for corporations too. They can define who can do what to achieve what goal. So you can have like officers and so on. Then we've got utility, so you can have a notepad, you can compare chips, modules, other things. You can view your log. Structure browser. Now this is a good one because that tells you what structures are currently in the system that you're in and what options they actually contain. So if you need a structure that will do repairs, you can bring up the structure browser, find out what's in system that will do repairs. See, that just changed. So if you want one that does repairs, you can find that and you can go and dock up there to repair your ship should you need to. So we're going to select there and dock. Go back and pick up the mission. And what else is under utilities? We've got calculator, sometimes useful for calculating how many ISK you're going to get by selling a certain thing at a certain price. Yeah, I don't know about point. Never had to. So then we've got New Eden Store, which is for cosmetics, such as ship skins, so you can change the look of your ship. I'll show you some of those in a minute once we've got the next mission. So, right, we're going to go back to agency, to agents and missions, career agent. We're going to start conversation again. And we'll just close that down. Right, so security forces, Guardian pirates, next target aren't operating, have shortage tracking computer modules. Secure one for them before the next attack, and I don't care where from. Let's see how good your business is. Okay, so we need to buy a tracking computer one, and then we need to drop it off at that location. So we're going to set the destination now, and then what we're going to do is going to open the market, and in the search at the top here, we can type in tracking. If we go into ship equipment, drag that over, make sure we get the right one. So then type in computer. Oops, can't spell. And you'll see down here we have tracking computer 1. If we click on that there, we can see we've got a basic shopping window here. And we can see that in the current station we have a load of them for sale at 14,800 ISK. So we'll click on one of those, and I click on it, buy this, we'll open up a new window. How many do we want to buy? It defaults to 1 with the total amount there. So we're going to buy the 1, close that window down, go into here, and we see we have this expanded cargo hold. So if I just go back to my ship here, you'll see the cargo hold on there is 97.8 meters. So we're going to ship fitting, and we're going to go back here. We're going to drop in the expanded cargo hold, go next to the overdrive, and then we come back and we'll have a look here, and we can see it's gone from there to 114.9. So what we need to do is we need to drop the tracking computer into our cargo hold, and we are going to drop it off at this destination. So we can right click, set destination. Okay, so we're going to accept that. Right, so get to accept you what's it. So we have the item. Now we'll put it back in there and complete the mission. Well, that was quick and easy. Basically, sounded like a lot, but all you had to do was buy the item and then complete the mission. So next, discovered an ancient site that the pirates are using some kind of staging outpost. We cannot let them continue. You need to kill them. Fit a civilian relic analyzer to your ship. Once you've cleared the mission area, you can use the analyzer to inspect any ancient ships or ruins. So we're going to accept this. We will be given a civilian relic analyzer. So close that down. We'll go back to our ship fitting. Now where we had the data analyzer, we need to drag that out, and we're going to drop in the relic analyzer. And you see we have a mass production skill. Now this is a skill for producing. Oh, I just clicked on it there. It's a skill for producing multiple items. So if you go into production here, you'll see you have industry. And one thing you can do, which I didn't bring up before, as long as these things start within 24 hours, like there, then they're good. But if you want to inject one and drop it in down here, you can do anything that extends beyond that will then drop off the end. So we're not going to do that right now. But we've got mass production. Allows the operation of multiple factories, ability to run one additional manufacturing job per level. Very good if you want to build lots of different kinds of ammo or ships at the same time. So we fitted our Relic Analyzer. It's the same process as with the Data Analyzer. So if you find that your inventory is looking a bit messy, what you can do is if you click Stack All, it will just reorganize it so that it's clean. So now we've got that, we're just going to undock. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to walk to the location. So that's a big ship. Bestower. Okay, so we've got more notifications here. Okay, so we've got another warp bridge. So to slow down, we're going to activate that. So we're going to jump in and find all the target the bad guys. So we've got a second jump bridge here. So this is a two-room, multi-room mission. So what we're going to do is approach the acceleration gate. We've targeted the two pirates, Scorpion worshippers, and as we're approaching there, they will come in to start to attack us. So our current range, effective range, is 8,500. So as soon as this one comes to within range, you can see the range there, or there, about 9,000 will start shooting. So yeah, you can see the second one is starting to approach us. And when they start flashing yellow, it means they're targeting you. When they start flashing, when they go solid red, they are shooting at you. And there you go, one down. We will start attacking the second one, who's now within range. And you can see there we are, even though we appear to be quite a way away, we are actually now in range of the acceleration gate, so that we can punch that as soon as this guy's dead. And there we go. So we can now click on there and activate the gate. Sometimes within the game, visuals give you kind of a distance, but you're within the activation range, which is a circular indicator there. So to get back, we need the data core, elementary civilian tech. So we now have two more bad guys here. And then we have the ancient ship structure, which we'll also target, but that's what we need to be approaching. So we're going to approach that. And we'll turn the afterburner on for this one. And just get us into the fray a little bit quicker. So now this one's closest. So I'm going to start firing now. So we start hitting him quite nicely. And he's dead. And there we go, we can start on the second one. Turn off the afterburner so that we slow down. And as soon as this guy is dead, what we're going to do is we're going to start running the data analyzer. Ancient ship structure. There we go. So we have this targeted. We're going to click the Relic Analyzer. And again, it's the same thing. We have nodes. When you click on a node, you'll be given a number. That number relates to how far away an item of interest is, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. So we'll click on here. It's 5. So we'll click on here. It's still 5. So it means it's further away. 5. It always goes from 1 to 5. 5 is a maximum. It just means that it's at least 5 points away. So if I click on here now, it's at least 4 points away. So 2, 3, 4, or 4. So it's going to be one of these two down here. So we're going to click on this. 2 away from there. Now we've got another one of these firewalls. Look, 2 down there, and it's 1 away from here. So it's that one there. So we're going to again click that twice. System hack successful. We're going to open the cargo, and then we've got the data core that we need. And now we have that, we can jump back and this in. So we're doing quite well with these missions at the moment. They are fairly straightforward, but they are tutorials, so they're designed to give you an idea of what to do and how to do it. So, oops, got confirmation. There we go, we're going to complete the mission. We have everything we need. Okay, so we're going to request another mission now. We were on 8 of 10, compiled all the information so far from the pirate facilities. I believe that with everything going on to get more funding out in these areas. Central Data Core will provide all the evidence we need. Please take it to Mora 6, Moon 4, Chacon Corporation Factory. There's a friend there that right people. So we're going to take this item and we're going to drop it off there. So we'll accept the mission. Cargo Central Data Core, which is this item here. They show you a picture of it. So we're going to drop that into our inventory. We're going to set destination for Mora 6, which is 1 jump away. Fantastic. Close that down and dock. And nation set into on the highlighted Stargate and jump. And when things change, like your balances, wallet balance and things like that, when they change, so you'll have the ability to have things blink. So, and if you right click on these, because it can be a bit annoying, you can disable the button blink. Like, keep seeing the journal blinking. I'm just going to disable that because, to be honest, it's a bit annoying. So, the whole interface can be customized very easily. You can move things around. You can drag stuff from one place to another. You pick up your chat and put it in the middle of the screen if you wish to. And again, if you see it, move it just slightly away from the edges, it will dock to the closest edge that you have there. So to dock up and complete this mission. It seems to take a while. Okay. we're going to do is complete the mission. Good. Okay, so we're going to request the next mission, which means we will need to go back. So we're going to set destination and undock. You see, so far we've actually done quite well. We've actually made 1.9 million ISK. So a very good grounding and gives you a decent start to the game. Again, highlight the area and jump. And not only that, but if we check our assets and we go here, we can see we've got an afterburner, we've got a data analyzer, we've got a limited social adaptation chip. This is an implant that we can use to, if I right click on that and show info, you'll see that this gives a +1 bonus to charisma. So we can increase our charisma. We also have our vent chip, which is a chip that we've got there, plus titanium, mining laser. So we can go out and do some mining in the venture, refine that in station. Typically though, you would, until you get your skills up, you wouldn't really refine yourself because it wouldn't be viable as a cost exercise, because you would lose 50% or 40% of the item to the refining process, whereas if you sell the raw ore, other people will happily refine it and they can get up to 95-98% out of it with appropriate implants and skills and other items. So dock up here, and then we can get, I think it's going to be the last of the missions. These standing decreased messages that we get is whenever we kill pirates, our standing with the pirates decreases. They don't like being shot, apparently, so it's one of those things. It happens. Just means the lower you're standing, the more they're likely to attack you, but they're going to anyway. So next mission is one of the things our security forces need for their fully prepared. They're suffering a shortage of afterburners, resulting in lack of speed. I need 1 and then afterburner, 1 module from you. Buy them, build them, loot them, whatever. But he needs me to get 2 of those. So we'll just copy that after I clicked accept. Okay. Won't. So what we're going to do is, while we've got that screen open up here now, it's 1MN afterburner. You don't need to type it, kind of auto completes. So I've literally just typed 1MN space AF and it knows what I'm looking for. So we need to buy 2 of those. We've got station. Now you can search by price or you can search by location. If you search these, if you click on the top item, these will go to number of jumps away station is where you're currently located. So you can literally go 1 jump away, pick up 2 for half the price. To be honest, you're getting free money for doing the missions anyway, and it just saves time. So I'm just going to buy 2 of these. So right click on this and buy. And we're just going to change the quantity in there to 2, so 122,000 ISK. And by that, when you get into low level items like that, it's not a major problem. High level items obviously gets best price possible. So you can see, oh, we have 3 in there because it gave us 1 before. Silly mistake, not a problem. So now we need to deliver 2 of these. Now, there is a way that you can actually split a stack of items, which is to hold down shift and left click and drag to a new location. And little window, divide the stack, set quantity between 1 and 3. Well, we want to go into a new stack. So now we have a stack of 1 and a stack of 2. What we're going to do is drop off location is here. So we're going to drop 2 of those into cargo hold. Already added the cargo hold. Okay, so I need 2, 1, and then afterburners, and I need that to. Okay, start conversation. Right. Okay, so it didn't update automatically. Close the window, start conversation. You'll see we have the items already, or drop them in here. They can either be in there or in your item. You still have the items. So we're going to complete the mission again. Another simple buy mission. And then we have the last mission here. So final test. Feed the war machine. Provided us with the modules, now the basic building blocks of our mission. I'm giving you a blueprint copy which you can fulfill my quota. No buying, looting or bargaining, you have to build the ammo from scratch. So we're going to get a sigil, which is a hauler chip. What we need to do is we're going to get a blueprint, limited run. We are going to have to build. So what we're going to do, we have the blueprint here. You need 10 infrared S in your cargo hold. We can't buy them, we have to build them. So if we click on the inventory tab up here, you can see that we have that code. There we go, industry. So you can see we have the infrared blueprint. Now we need to build 10 of these. Our output is 1. So we're going to need to do 10 runs, so we get 10 output. However, to do this, we're going to need these items here, which we don't have. Well, we have titanium. We have loads of. You can see that's blue. All good. It tells you in the top of that little window above it how many you've got on the left hand side and how many are required. Right. The next we're going to need is Mexilon. We have 0 of 29. And then the next one is Isogen, and we have 0 of 76. Now what we can do is we can right click on here, and it will give you a option buy all or buy missing materials, or you can copy the material information if you need to go and look on the market or in contracts. So we're going to buy the missing materials, and this gives us a price, and then we're just going to click on buy, which puts it into our inventory. We now have enough minerals. Now this gives us a time down here. It's going to be 47 minutes before this job is actually complete, and it's going to cost us 270. So I'm going to set this job running, and it's going to take 3/4 of an hour to do. So I'm going to call this session right now, and then what we'll do tomorrow night is we will complete this last mission, get our new ship, and we will move on to the next range of missions in the queue, and we'll see what goodies we can get from there. So thanks for watching. Have a good night.